everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Rogue Legacy. If you did not see the last episode, there wasn't major progress, but it is worth noting that I did get like 6 levels in a single run. I got somewhere in the vicinity of 11,500 gold. We're wasting like, you know, like 1,000 of that, so roughly 10%, I guess, but in any case, we are going to take this new opportunity now that I have, you know, leveled up a little bit to hopefully take out this final boss, or at least, you know, give ourselves a chance of taking out this final boss. We are a paladin with Blade Wall, which means I am probably going to just try to block incoming shots as opposed to, you know, using my magic for anything else. So, oh, well, that was a bad start, shall we say. Johannes is level 90. That worries me a great deal. I actually did use my magic there, and it worked out pretty well. It has been a while since I fought this boss, so I'm a little concerned that I might not be able to do as well as I would previously done. I mean, I did beat the first phase of this boss on my very first attempt when I was like 6 levels worse than I am now. Mind you, I was using a different class. I think I was using the Hokage, but we'll see. Remember, the main problem here is the second phase of this boss is going to be a real pain in the D for me, I think. Now, he keeps summoning these blade walls, which I've never seen him do, at least not on this scale in my fights with him previously, so we are almost dead. I believe that if the fight ends, though, we get health back before the next phase. I certainly hope so, at least. And I do think we're in a position where I can maybe not grind the final boss, but at least I don't have to worry too much about just gold grinding for levels for a while. Like, I feel like with the right combination of class and trait, that was a bad example, but with the right combination of class and trait, I may actually have an opportunity to take this dude out. So let's see. We have a paladin, we have a miner, and we have a paladin. Tunnel vision and nearsighted, or nearsighted and bald. What is the magic here is the chakram, though. We'll give this a try. And again, I'm not really that interested in getting abilities right now. I'm instead just going to focus on, you know, learning the boss's patterns, because that's the element of Rogue Legacy that I haven't spent too much time talking about, is that, you know, memorizing enemy patterns are also very important to you. So, or also very important to success, I should say, not just to you. But it's got kind of like that Mega Man style thing going on as well, where yes, it's important to level up and whatnot. But it's also important just to figure out how enemies behave. I would almost welcome some gigantism or something, just to make myself harder to hit, because I think at this point his sword is larger than mine, and normally I don't get sword envy, but we do find ourselves in a position where it's a little risky. Mostly I benefit from him jumping over me, and then I create a little bit of space for myself by knocking him back, but I can't rely on that all the time. This fight is going fairly substantially better than the last one, though. I've critted him a couple more times than usual. There we go. Like, that's the perfect situation there. I really, in all likelihood, should have been hit more, or at least sooner than that, but now I'm about halfway down on my health. He's a little bit further than halfway, but I haven't hit him in a while, so it's hard for me to say. Now, we should fire out some of these chakrams as well. Bad example of how to do that effectively, and now I'm getting my ass kicked, and we're probably going to find ourselves dead soon. Obviously, I'm looking for like a Hokage, because I did just upgrade our health and our attack power, which is the main things that benefit him. Or benefit that class, I should say. And again, I think when we kill him, we do get a few turkey legs. Not enough to probably give us too much of a chance. But there's the first phase, dead again. And then he will become the... I actually forget what he becomes. The Fountain of Youth. We literally fight the Fountain of Youth. It's been like a week since I did this final boss fight. Indeed. So let's see if we do manage to succeed here. Let's pick up all of this. We're only at about half health. Ah, yes, I remember the pure assholery of the summoned blade, like, spikes coming up from the ground. These are a real problem for me. But, you know, he's only level 118. Is there another phase after this one? That is the real question that I struggle with, right? Okay, I don't know what that is. Scared me a little bit. I don't know. We're a paladin, so might be in my best interest to just block those shots. Maybe paladin is the best class for me to use here. So far, things are actually going real... Ah! That was really bad. It did 69 damage. How can I be mad at that? I am now 1 hit away from death, but for a while, things were going pretty nicely. What did I hit there? Did I get hit by my own chakram somehow? So I'm looking forward to maybe having a Hokage class here. Archmage, Miner, Assassin, a risky hero, low stats, but devastating critical strikes. Let's try this one more time. If we don't get a Hokage on the next try, I may actually just consider going straight for a little bit more gold grinding, I guess. Because, you know, the final boss is level 118. I'm not a level 118, but I did seem to do fairly well against the second form there, at least until things kind of hit the fan. But, you know, I guess I've got to use that final boss level as kind of a suggestion, not necessarily a requirement. Okay, so we got to hope to land good crits here, because our basic attack is just going to be like the same as a Barbarian King, I think. But our critical chance, because this is what the Knave upgraded into, our critical chance should be higher here. If we could actually make it work, that would be fantastic, because as of yet, we are just continually doing 59 damage, which is not nearly where I need to be, and we do 185 on a crit, and we actually just got 2 in a row, which kind of reversed my fortunes in this fight so far, which is much appreciated. What is my magic? Dagger? Dagger's pretty good. 44, at least allows me to hit him from afar, which is pretty important. It's not going so hot, but it's not going as badly as I would have anticipated either. I was normally pretty terrible with the Knave class, so to be able to do some damage with the Assassin it's valuable, I think. He actually does less damage than me, but I'm still probably gonna die. I managed to kill him, okay. I don't think I stand too much chance against, pardon me, got a piece of an almond stuck in my throat there. I wasn't even eating, I ate it like 20 minutes ago. But in any case, I don't think I stand much of a chance against the fountain here. But stranger things have happened, I suppose. I've beaten bosses by accident before, particularly when we fought against Herodotus on the 4th level. And we're really... Whoa! Okay. I've never seen that one before, I think. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. We're really going to need some damn good luck, I would say, when it comes to these crits, especially. Okay, there's the shots coming. Ah! You dick! Mist form might have briefly saved my life there. Might as well just fire in some daggers, I guess. Crits, more crits! I desire the crits. He's actually level 121 here. I'm not sure what's up with that. So if I just... I'm very concerned that shot that he does, or that sword attack that he does could kill us in one hit. Yeah, he scared me there by just running in there, so I just ended up getting killed by accident. Okay, so if there's not a Hokage, there's an Archmage, Paladin, Assassin. Let's just play as a Paladin, and I say we farm up a little bit more gold, because I want to be a little bit stronger for taking him out. But we are definitely, like, reliably stronger than we used to be. So I apologize for kind of the false alarm there, but we are closing in on being able to beat this guy. We just need to have a few more good runs with respect to our gold levels. So let's again find the Land of Darkness, see if we can survive there. As a Paladin, you know, we do a little bit more damage than the Barbarian King, which we previously had that amazing run with, but we do also have less health, which is a curse, of course, because the health is what allowed us to survive for so long, but also a blessing because lifesteal gives us more percentage of our overall health back every single time. Whether that makes a difference or not, I'm not 100% sure, but it sounded good in my head, so let's go with it, shall we? Have we already... Yeah, I knew we were going to be fighting something here. Just didn't seem right. Now, this guy is going to give us some kind of chest item. 550 gold, I am not going to complain. I always think, for some reason, that those are going to give us, like, attribute upgrades. You know, when you beat a boss and it gives you, you know, some kind of, like, attribute bonus. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out like that. This is the first time I've seen a room like this, I believe. But it... Oh, my God. I think it's worth it if we can actually get to the surface, or get to the top. Not really the surface, because there is a treasure chest up here. And the treasure chest is going to contain some gold, obviously. And thankfully we critted there, and I still took a lot of damage on the way down. In fact, we are like 66% of our starting health. But that's alright. It's not the end of the world, of course. It might be the end of the world pretty soon, but we should be able to regen a lot of our health back against some of these enemies. And maybe we'll find some turkey legs as well. But in any case, so far so good. 800 gold before even finding the Land of Darkness is nothing to sneeze at. And the fact that we are getting so much gold back by way of that increased gold find attribute is also very nice. And of course, it's always nice to be on the manor here. I don't think I can do this. It's always nice to... maybe I can. I'm too good! Alright, we actually got a rune as a result of that. The sky rune for our chest plate. And I made it out as well. I did not realize that that was going to be as easy as it ended up being. So, lucky me, I suppose, and lucky you for getting to witness such an amazing feat of gaming. Obviously, I'm being a little facetious there. So a little slow on the draw sometimes, but hey, it managed to work out for us this time. And it was worth the risk, I would say. There is another treasure chest here that should allow us to get at least to, you know, 1,500 gold. Although I will say, you know, Now that we've had that amazing run, now I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get, you know, 3,000 gold. It's not even that good. This should be our trip down to the Land of Darkness. Now, remember, as the Paladin, doing more damage than our previous record with the Barbarian class. That being said, that was a very, very lucky out for me there. Dodge for me, I guess I should say. But again, our health is lower, so we have to be a little bit more cautious. And, you know, be a little bit more prudent about killing easy enemies quickly, because if we take stupid damage, it's going to be less likely that we have the tolerance to recover from it. He died on the spikes, which I actually did not know that enemies were even capable of doing. I mean, I probably did, but I forgot at the very least. Okay. MP recovered, which is not really that important yet, but maybe in the future. So, you know what? It's not worth, like, 22 gold for me to accidentally hurt myself a great deal on those spikes, so I think I made the smart decision to just avoid going for that coin selection there. Should be able to kill... if we critted him, we would have killed him before he did that, but that's okay. I really think we should upgrade our critical chance, because I'm starting to think that it's less likely that we're going to beat this final boss with the Hokage, and it's more likely that it's going to be something like the Paladin, maybe even the Assassin class, or the Barbarian King. The Paladin is my instinct, because I feel like it's got a good mix of damage and HP. But the Assassin actually was one of the best runs that I think we've ever had, so I will definitely drink from this to get our HP up a little bit. That's what I tell myself anyway. If this drink's for health. They say you can have a glass of wine a day. I just, you know, don't have a glass of wine for 2 weeks and then have 14 glasses of wine in one day. Blade Wall. Can I use this to my effect on this? No, but I can just murder that dude on the spikes. That makes things easier. How about you, Ninpo? You want to die as well? Apparently so. So we'll get some easy gold. You know what? We're at 2,500 already. It's important to keep in perspective that this might not be as good as the last run, and it might never be as good as the last run, but it's also pretty good overall. You know, this plus 10% to all gold is actually amazing. And, you know, I'm definitely... Here's the thing. If I was focusing on anything but beating the final boss right now, I would probably continue to upgrade our gold find attribute, because for New Game Plus, obviously having that stuff, that infrastructure there is going to be, like, remarkably important. Just don't die here, please. But because my main priority from a, like, content-producing standpoint right now is just to... Let's not play Pistol Strip for once. There we go, the Grim Outdoors. My main focus from a content production standpoint is to just beat this final boss. We'll get that gold find gear early on in New Game Plus, assuming I cover it, which I'm planning on right now. Assuming that I ever manage to beat New Game, of course. Which seems like, you know, in Spelunky, it's like maybe you don't have a chance to beat the game because it's super difficult. In Rogue Legacy, it kind of feels like if you're having a lot of trouble, you can just grind it out eventually. Which is fine. Some people like it, some people don't. Or some people prefer that style and some people don't. For what it's worth, I prefer the Spelunky style, but I still like Rogue Legacy a lot. Which I think is basically the critical reception of the game so far from a lot of people. So we're very good on health again. Why don't we come over to the right? Defeat all enemies. Thank God this is not a take no damage rune, because that would be impossible for me. Not rune, I guess. Room. Don't knock me out of the room! I critted that guy and he still didn't die. This is a disaster, actually. Like a potentially game-sundering disaster for us. We have probably 2 hits of health remaining. Now we have 1 hit remaining. But some of the enemies have already died. Obviously, I can cheese the shit out of these enemies and just pick up a little extra gold. Okay. This is going to be a problem. Yep, that is going to be our death, actually. That was poor play. But did we earn enough to level up? Yes, either on a gold... Barbarian Queen Minor, Barbarian Queen IBS, Baldness, Hypochondriac, Dagger, Axe. Let's take the Dagger Barbarian Queen, and I kind of want to go fight the boss again with 3,800 gold. There is extra equipment we can get, which maybe I just want to invest in instead of actually investing in attributes for us. So this one is just extra damage with no other risk, so I don't see why we wouldn't do that. This one gives us extra armor, but, you know, this is basically like plus 10% damage. That's pretty substantial. So we'll take that, and with 2,100 gold remaining, this one will give us extra mana at the cost of way too much weight, extra mana at the cost of health, which I don't want because I barely use mana anyway. Bracers, a little bit too expensive, also reduces our armor, which I don't want, and the cape gives us plus 2 air jump, and we do have enough. And it doesn't cost us any armor or anything, so plus 50% damage return. Both of these seem interesting. What does our existing cape have? Plus 4% critical chance. That's good, but I think in this situation it might be better. The air jump, maybe not, but the 50% damage return seems very useful for fighting the final boss where I get hit all the time. So let's see if this actually manages to work out for us. And again, even if we fail this run, I guess this is going to be the run where I try to, you know, fight the final boss over and over and over. And if we fail it again, maybe we will start, you know, making another pledge that we're going to go to level 100. And then at level 100, we will go fight the final boss again. It's a matter of time. But, you know, how long is it going to take? Nobody knows. Somebody knows. Time traveler John Titor, internet time traveler John. Reference is botched. Don't even worry about it. So we're doing a little extra damage now. We're also returning some damage to this jerkwad. And again, if I can just keep kind of bouncing him off and doing damage every time he tries to jump in, then that makes my job a lot easier. The daggers are super easy to avoid. Axe is kind of a pain in the dick. But again, if I can get 2 hits in every time he comes in, that's fine by me. And we're doing very well here from a damage standpoint. There was a nice crit there for us. We have taken little damage. He's taken a lot, especially with this critical luck that we've gotten so far. And the beauty of this is that we might actually now be able to get back to full health with the mere potions that he gives us for beating him, which has previously not been the case at all, of course. Okay, so I trapped myself in the corner, but he should die in like 1 more hit. Yes, there he goes. I think he got hit by the retaliation cape there, actually. So do we have a chance to actually beat the final boss in this one? You know, I would honestly not be super surprised if we did. I wish I can get these potions and turkey legs before he manages to hit me, but they are super close to him. Oh my god. Okay, well at least we did some damage back to him. Probably made it worth it in the long run. Yep, I had a feeling that was going to happen as well. Alright, so I'm getting kind of shellacked here right off the very bat. The problem is when he summons 2 of these waves in a row, creates a very difficult position to navigate. But luckily I can just spam daggers at him apparently, because I'm never going to use Fusroda, unless, you know, someone in the comments lets me know that turns out Fusroda actually kills like those swords as they come in. And we're doing alright actually. Previously, oh, that was bad. Previously looked pretty bad, and now actually looks substantially worse than it did a second ago. We need to see what he's doing is the problem here. Oh. Okay, they ended up surviving that, kind of surprising to me. We could still win this if we get lucky, but we have to get very lucky. Don't do it twice in a row. It's all I ask. He's gonna go backwards. And I think we might, you know, we may indeed have to get extraordinarily lucky to succeed here. But we have the combination of items and the skill, I think, necessary to do this. It's just going to be kind of a long shot. It's going to require more proper execution than I think I've ever done before. I don't think we need to grind this necessarily, though. I think we can just fight him, in all honesty. I'm very close here, as you can see. I mean, I'm almost certainly not going to beat him this time. But it could happen. Bless you. Sorry, Kate just sneezed there. And yeah, there's no way out of that situation for me. But I think Barbarian King with the right combination of traits can make this happen. I hope we get a Hokage. I want to try that again, though. Barbarian King with Endomorph, Assassin, Paladin with Baldness and Dwarfism. I don't like that. Let's try this one again. Enemies can't knock us back. I don't know if that makes a difference for us. We're so close to being able to beat the final boss here. There's no question about it. Paladin might be good just because I could block those daggers in situations where I couldn't hit them regardless. I definitely think the retaliation cape is the right way to go, but I also feel like I need to be super tanky if I'm going to make this happen. So I apologize if this is starting to get repetitive, that I'm dying over and over against this boss, but, you know, that's kind of the way I think this game is supposed to go. You're supposed to die against the boss. At least that's my estimation of the way things are supposed to go. Maybe that is just self-serving, but anyway. There we go. So it's a perfect opportunity when we get him in a situation where he's jumping, and then we can just kind of combo him. That was kind of shitty for us. It's hard to get these shots in, though, without getting ourselves hit in the meantime. So he's about half dead, and we're not even close, which is always good, because that means we have a really good opportunity to kind of get some traction leading up to the second half. Because that's the problem, right? Like, the first half of this fight is now not even really risky for us. It's just the second half, which is a pain in the ass. And he's going to die without me taking very much more damage at all. He's going to drop 4 turkey legs, which might allow me to get back up to full health. This is probably going to be our last boss run over the course of this episode, but at some point it has to happen. I might do a couple more runs to grind some gold, but I do believe that we are coming very close to the point where we're going to be able to beat this guy. It might be one more damage upgrade. It might be one more Health upgrade, who knows? Just gotta watch out for this guy's attacks. That one I thought was still gonna hit me. So I appreciate that I ended up being safe there. Oh, alright, apparently that hit me. Hitboxes sometimes look a little wonky to me in this game, I will admit. Okay, luckily he has a huge kind of telegraph on that attack. Not that that saved me from taking damage too much. And again, oh, our sights do allow me to do damage to him pretty nicely. I shouldn't have double jumped there. But he's so close to death, oh my god, I didn't even realize. Just be cool here. Okay, can't block that one either. Stop doing this attack, man. If you stop doing this attack, I actually may have a chance for success. We're so close. Stop doing this. You are nearly dead, you asshole. And then, of course, he just fades to the other side of the map and does exactly the same thing. Oh, man, I would be so satisfied if you just killed yourself on my retaliation rune right now. We're one hit away from death again, so I expect that this is probably going to be the last thing we see. All right, we survived that somehow. And that's going to be the last thing we see. You know what? Let's do one more fight because we were so close there. He just kept spamming those attacks that make it very difficult for me to kill him. Minor paladin, so we're definitely doing the paladin here. Would that have saved us there? Maybe. You know, we do more damage as a paladin as well. I said doo-doo. But we have less HP, which is going to make things harder for us. But again, you know, if we get past that first phase, I suppose anything could happen. I think we're exactly at the level where I need to be in order to beat this guy. More skillful players might need to be lower. But with the right combination of traits, and apparently I just can't get the Hokage anymore, but with the right combination of traits, I think I could take this guy out fairly easily. But anyway, let's have him jump up. We are doing a little bit more damage, and our crits, as a result, do more damage as well. That was really stupid of me to walk into that. So I'm probably doing a little bit worse than I did on the last run, but we're also killing him a little bit faster, just by virtue of the fact that, obviously, our attacks do more damage now, and our crits in particular. Oh, bad damage again on my part. That was a huge crit. Oh. And we have Dagger, which I totally forgot about, but I kind of want to save it as much as possible for the next section of the fight. But we do get 3 magic potions at the end, usually, anyway. Managed to get away from that one, kind of surprising. A little bit frightening. One more pass, like one more bad jump from him should be enough. Maybe this one? Yes, okay, he's dead. So the first phase is like a no-brainer at this point, and I'm barely taking damage. At least I'm not taking super significant damage. We'll see once this letterboxing stops and I can see my max HP and MP, but anyway. We'll have him be created. There's some gold there, which doesn't really do me any good at all. Well, we were like half dead, so I guess, you know, the reports of my skill there were a little exaggerated. That was really bad. On my part, that was even worse. Oh my god, okay. Bad start to this fight. No question. All about what he chooses to do with his attacks, though. Those ones, for example, I just blocked the shit out of it. But still, I got very lucky to not take damage at the end of that as well. Like, we are losing so much MP to just block a couple of these shots that pretty soon I should not be able to block any shots at all. This, for example, is actually fairly easy. If he keeps doing that, I'm very pleased. Forgot that when he just walks into me, he does damage. You can just walk over it? That was really bad. Well, as always, thanks for watching what may have been an infuriating episode of Rogue Legacy, but we're so close to the boss, to being able to beat the boss. I think we'll do it on a case-by-case basis. We'll look for traits and attributes that I like, and if we don't get those along with good classes, then we'll grind for a little bit of gold, level up a little bit, fight the boss, and it shouldn't be so bad. But as always, thanks for watching, and thanks for your support on the series so far. I will see you next time.